Okay, just to let everyone know, there will be daily uploads on the secondary channel now for Coa games that are not really big parts of the highlights. One of the biggest reasons for that is I recently realized that I've been flushing main channel a little bit too much with the commentary to the point that you people aren't able to find the actual updates and such. So just to prevent that from happening, I'm going to be kind of spamming a lot of Coa content on the secondary channel. If you're interested into it, please go sub to that. You can find it in my subscriptions down in my main channels as well. However, that's just what I wanted to say for now. I'll enjoy the videos on Mad Eyes. Okay, moving a little bit closer towards the end of the ban picks for RC versus GXG for day 5 Coa Face Japan League. We're going to be able to see GXG here versus RC for game 1 first half. It will be Mechanic vs Officers, not Cheerleader, but Priestess and Aeroplanist band, alongside with the fact that we're going to be able to see Psychologist, Postman, Lawyer, and Composer. Seems like from round 1 from RC side, we want to run a very fast and heavy decoding comp in which we want to rush that Hula Blue as much as we can, which is why, you know, a lot of Hula Blues spam mech first. However, I would say the big question now is who's gonna bring Borrowed Time and who's gonna bring Tide Turner. From a team comp like this, it does seem like more or less it could potentially be just the Composer that brings Tide Turner alongside which Knee-Jerk Reflex, no Borrowed Time here. But with the spawn selection mode we go, it will be Postman by Geishas, Psychologist in middle, the Lawyer at where is that? The Lawyer at near Geishas, and of course Soba here at Balcony as Composer. We're gonna be able to see Ito has here as the Hula Blue spawning by the entrance to Graveyard. And with this spawn as well, it's quite easy chases here, especially on the side of Postman. Even if you want to rotate towards 2-story, it's not an issue. It's really not an issue for Hula Blue. But since there is still two decoders here after all, so we'll have to rotate towards double 11 and then maybe go past through Rowley. So Rowley has to be careful nearby too. But it does seem like for our GXG versus RC match, it's going to be Hula Blue with trump card Insolence on Abnormal. From the side of Survivors, it's all going to be Tide Turner, Knee-Jerk Reflex here. So no one brought Borrowed Time at all. But what's really surprising is I thought there would be at least some flywheels, even maybe just for the Lawyer and for Psycho. But overall, let's move on towards the game then. This will be game 1 first half of GXG versus RC here in Ever Sleeping Town. Well, swiftly moving on, it does seem like it will be... yeah, it has to be Composer here being chased no matter what. It's more or less just kind of a no-brainer as well from the side of Hunters too. But however, right now we're able to see a max spell breaking here alongside with Panic, and it does seem like Mischievous was tapped. Postman is nearby, however. We thought that Postman was actually inside the inner depths of 2-story here, yet he has been rotating out. But also at the same time from the Survivor side, Psycho will be spotted out here pretty early on as we did manage to land a red. Even so, our Cypher Machines has not been decoded just yet because we were rotating a lot early game 2, so that would be one of the biggest problems here when you're running a team comp like this. Postman is still pretty much an easy chase here since Psycho is a triple dead down. However, Double Surprise is ready, so we just have to be careful from the side of Psycho. Can we dodge this next one or not? No, we can't. No, we can't. I mean, in a nutshell, because of the fact that you're able to, because of the fact that you're in the zone and either a Hula Blue or the clone is nearby, or if you're in any of their zones, as long as you are, or one of you are close, that's all what matters. But it seems like Fortnite Psycho's going to be able to get on straight towards that tram. But even with the tram here, we do have Double Surprise ready right as of now. So we could just put any color we want down immediately and get Psycho down within 90 seconds. We haven't started decoding Cypher Machines until 60 seconds in. So overall, it's a really good start here for Hula Blue as well. We do see Kia now nearby as the Postman. Now our question is, Postman first rescue. Postman has to send a decoding letter out, preferably speaking, but the Abnormal will come through as well, and that's a 60% full Abnormal here, it seems. Yes, the Cypher Machine decoding speed is fast, but it's still a Hula Blue with Abnormal who doesn't necessarily need Blink against a team comp like this. So for now, we will have to get the rescue here no matter what. Preferably speaking, if we can get a no damage rescue, that would be for the best, but we need to try to apply a dog here and bite on towards the Postman. However, does not seem like it'll be possible here anymore as we managed to trapeze over so many items. For the Psycho right now, we're able to finally get the hit down here. We did manage to land 2 hits, but it's just unfortunate that we weren't able to get a double down on Postman. However, Abnormal is going to be ready in the next 55 seconds. The only one that can actually come into rescue now is going to be the Composer. He is the one closest towards the middle, and he does have his tuning ready up to go as well. With the next abnormal pick, we need it so that Composer is able to pop open that 69% Cypher Machine ASAP. However, it does seem like for now still we're going to force the Composer to rescue. It would be more or less the better choice here, but we're going to be able to get a normal hit down as we're trying to look for Composer here once again, but we don't want Psycho to get away from this area, so it's going to be one good Paladin and Psycho. We just need to go towards the corner as soon as we can. For GXG here, they definitely do have enough time to share Psycho to get the 1-man elimination and potentially go for the tie, but for RC, the Cypher Machine decoding progress is just very fast. By the time Psycho gets down on the ground here, Cypher Machines, the last one, should be around 85%. Accelerated decoding will start soon, however, but there is currently two survivors at half health. We're going to teleport over towards Kidia first, as our postman did manage to get a bite on here finally, and Lawyer is the only one that's currently full health and intact, but there's nothing that a postman there's nothing that a postman can do at half health. We're currently trying to rush the last cipher there as much as we can. On the side of survivors here, we do note that it's no detention on Hula. So overall, it's not too bad. We just need to pop open a Cypher Machine here ASAP. So that's going to be a Cypher Machine popped immediately as Sobat does go down. But the only big issue is Lawyer also came back too for some odd reason, in which I don't think he should have, but he did anyways. Right around now, that will be an instant triple down from the side of Hula Blue. And I mean, it's not a bad plan. It's just no one had borrowed time. I mean, I do understand the sentiment there of not brain borrow time, because you're going up against the Hula anyways. But still, it's just a little bit too tough on the side of the survivors. Well then, let's congratulate Irohas here for the 4-man elimination against RC. Moving on straight towards second half. It seems like Aka will be a tiny bit more different here. We're finally able to see the Flower Lady here being played out alongside with Mechanic. Psycho and Aeroplanist here will be chosen as well. But from Aka's side, oh, Aka's gonna go Mad Eyes? Mad Eyes, Mad Eyes round one. I mean, he has, right? Like, you cannot underestimate his Mad Eyes, because he has gotten that 4-man elimination up against FPXCQ in the last Coa. So this feels surreal for Aka to come out with Mad Eyes one more time. More or less, what we do have to say is it's a lot of pressure on Aka now. I also do feel like for Aka's side, you don't necessarily have to play Mad Eyes if you want a 4-man elimination. There's still his Goldman that can do a lot up against a team comp like this, but I do think it's because he's worried about the they chose Flower Lady to counter Goldman, and they choose Mechanic to counter Hula Blue, so there is that too. But moving on straight towards the area selection mode we go. This will be who's going to be spawning here? We're going to be able to see Emu here as Psychologist at the entrance to Graveyard, Flower Lady at Balcony, Aeroplanist in middle, and of course the Mechanic here at School Gate. For Aka, he needs to spawn next to Mech. He needs to spawn double 11, because there is a console right in front of him where he spawns. So that is where he's going to spawn here, and we're just going to have to see how early game goes. But overall for Aka here, I'm glad that we actually managed to see the Mad Eyes once again though. It is something, let's just say it's something that everyone wants to see, especially from his performance last time as well in Coa. However, for now, we're going to move on straight towards the persona points we go. It will be a triple tie turner and knee-jerk reflex here on the side of Mechanic, Psychologist, and Aeroplanist. And our Flower Lady will be bringing that knee-jerk reflex alongside with Borrow Time, Aka Incidents, Confined Space alongside with Blink here. This will be Ever Sleeping Down, Game 1, second half. Console right in front of us. All survivors are currently rotating out. If Aka's gonna go plan, oh, Aka, that's a very good lock there immediately on the side of Mech. And oh, that's already a triple lock. Oh, Mechanic has nowhere else to go now if that's the case. Oh my lord. We decided to place two dolls there, not two dolls. We decided to place two items there, two gates there, just so we're worried about Mech actually vaulting through. However, Mech took the other gate here instead, as she's still currently being chased. The chase here is very, very, very fast. Mechanic once again is gonna be utilizing this stall just to get over straight towards the other side. However, because we're already at presence 1 here because of the two dolls, now the biggest question is, does Aka want a normal chase here, or do we want to maybe try get a little bit of chips on towards the survivors? For now, early game isn't too bad, as Mech here has already consumed both of her dolls. Yet at the same time too, we're already locking so many areas away from the mech. And right around now, even if that pallet has been dropped down, it doesn't really matter too much. What can mech really do in this scenario? Nothing much. We're going to lock that pallet too, as mech will now be forced out of this area. Aka first hit 68 seconds in, and we're only full chasing mech as well. Aka isn't even going for the map control anymore. It seems like it's just not viable on that Mad Eyes. And for Namako here, no dolls left in the hands to use for herself. And we're going to try to get a knee-jerk reflex out here from the windows. And we do see as well aeroplanes here currently being nearby, but that doesn't really matter anymore because we have Blink ready to go as well alongside with Hunt. There's currently 3 survivors near us right now. Mech, we're going to get a Blink down here, and that's brilliantly done. There is currently no survivors outside here, which, well, there's currently no doll, so that means there's only 2 survivors decoding, and Fire Lady upstairs, her cipher machine would be completely locked. The next one will have to be the Psychologist cipher machine, which she's already decoded. Bosch middle cipher machine now for the aeroplanist, 90% overall, not too bad. We're gonna come in with an instant rescue here because we do have to, no matter what. We do have to, no matter what. But that's going to be a no damage rescue there, thankfully, on the side. Well, not a no damage, but 1 chip damage rescue there on the side of Aeroplanist. And now for Namako, we're gonna try to run away as far as we can here once again. From the side of our Hunter, we just want to lock the cipher machine as soon as possible, even if mech is rotating out. Because I mean, like, if you can lock the cipher machine first, that's all what matters the most as well. Simply because of the fact that, like, there's just less to worry about. And the gates stay for quite a bit of time as well. Did we get a chip on towards Psycho there? No, we didn't. So we're going to try to lock that once again, as Psycho is trying to get rid of the console. But even with this in mind, there's only still 2.5 cipher machines here ready on the survivor side. It has not moved at all ever since Aka chaired the mech. But even for the mechanic here, we're going to be going down immediately with no flywheel here left on our hands to use. And that is still, well, the cipher machine is slowly going up now, thankfully. But even with that in mind, if you just judge this by the cipher machine decoding progress, it is still going up pretty fast. However, Aka is not able to land much chips on towards the survivors, which is a little bit unfortunate. But even so, let's just say that it's probably for the best here. As Aka is still trying to look for a little bit of a not mind control, but map control. And that will be finally the second cipher machine that was at 90%. Then we do see as well Fire Lady running outside of the S pallet here, being very careful of what we need to do, but also at the same time, we cannot really force the cipher machine too much. And yes, getting rid of console is also priority number 1 too. However, for now, there's only 1.5 cipher machines remaining left on the side of the survivors. Survivors from GXG is doing really good, but also does show how you can still counter Mad Eyes from very instant early rescues too. Well, you could also give the props to the 2 Titans that are on the hands of survivors, but even for now, we do see that currently Mime is the one nearby, and even for Mime here, as the Pharaoh Lady, she's finally gonna, her cloak is still in the same form. We will just be running around here. If we're riding a straight line would have been better, but I felt like she didn't need to use her. Oh wait, we still missed anyways. I felt like she didn't need to use her cane there. No matter what happened there, she didn't really have to use her cane. I don't even think Aka was looking towards that direction too. For now, on the side of Mime, there's currently 2 cipher machines at 50%. We are looking for a blink down here because Aka already got it ready too. So, like, I mean, it's really for the best here to get a blink down and start map controlling here. Once again, the blink has to go over an immediate, very precise and immediate blink. And with this in mind, we're going to have to lock cipher machines here from the side of Mad Eyes. We're going to be able to lock Psycho cipher machine first, and there we go. That's what we want to see. As who's nearby right now? That is going to be the aeroplanist. But like, let's just say, because of the fact that there's no cipher machines that are closely towards each other, I mean, in the side of Mad Eyes, if you don't kite early game, it's just really bad for you mid to end game. Very similar to Clerk, but Mad Eyes just have more to use. Right, that's going to be Pharaoh going down there as Emu, our psychologist, is still trying to decode here for as much as they can, but it's just not possible here. Aka's Mad Eyes early game was really good. That was so fast, but it does seem like Aeroplanes is going to try jetpack hover away, and he did manage to do so as well. Aka definitely could have gotten the second chip there, but overall, not too bad. Psycho on the other hand here is trying to get rid of that console, but who do we see nearby? We do see Nachi here once again as the Aeroplanes wanting to come in to rescue. That gate will go down in the next 5 seconds because you're still close towards each other anyways. And for now, Emu still trying to decode that cipher machine as much as they can. It does seem like it'll be done pretty soon too. However, it seems like these cages are not close enough toward, gates are not close enough towards the chair, so just remain standby for the next 10 odd more seconds. That's gonna be Mad Eyes on his way in. However, his entry in will be locked. Oh wait, never mind, it did get locked for a little bit, but But Pharaoh will still go. Oh, Pharaoh. We cannot hit the wrong target here because that'll be a long day if we do. Okay, we'll hit arrow play this down first, and we start locking the Cypher Machine here once again. We see Pharaoh. We do see where Pharaoh is. We've quite a bit of items left here to use. And the last Cypher Machine is Pharaoh Cypher Machine and S Palace. So if Aka realizes this, it'll be a good day. But also at the same time, Psycho has to be the one that comes in the rescue. But Psycho still has to give the whistle anyways. We do see where Pharaoh Lady is nearby right now. But we're going to try stop Psycho first. Psycho chip number 1, brilliantly done. Psycho chip number 2 did. Whoa. That also landed. We managed to find Trap Psychologist in towards this area now. She's going to be in prison for the next 30 days. Because that Psychologist is not leaving this area anytime soon. As we do see as well, a Pharaoh Lady is trying to rush that Cypher Machine as fast as they can. But a dream for a one-man escape will be completely crushed as you get isolated here by the Mad Eyes as punishment for the containment, for what your Hunter has done last game. I round around now. Pharaoh Lady is also on the run here. No one can come into rescue anymore as we do have Blink left on our hands. As long as you do know where Pharaoh Lady is at all times, it's all really what matters here. It's Mad Eyes. I was about to say Aka Eyes, lol. Mad Eyes. We're locking the consoles here just so there's nothing that Mime can do, but also at the same time we want Psychologist to use up her self-heal as well. During this time as well, like I say around this time you could get back towards the console and try lock Psycho one more time. However, because of this will be a formal elimination game as we speeded up the game here just by a tiny bit. Psycho will get found here as she's currently caged with 250 energy stacks, and Emu just has nowhere else to go anymore. We're going to be finding it with chip number 1, chip number 2 will currently land, and there's still chip number 3, but it seems like we just want to play around with Psychologist here for a little bit. And good night to you, Psycho, for your Romeo will not come tonight. And let's congratulate that 4-man elimination of Aka's Mad Eyes. We're returning it to a very even, stable ground.